Why, hello there! How are you today? Awesome Soul here, and we are back at it again with some more Robocraft news. This time, we have a contest that's being held by the official Robocraft team. And this is an art bot competition. However, there is more news to this video, and also nestled within the prize section of this contest, there is some somewhat interesting information that hint towards possible things to come. But without further ado, let's jump into the article. They write, so the holidays roll around once again. And what better way to celebrate, and of course to avoid the family, than to spend your time arranging colored cubes in an artistic fashion to a set theme, better known to us as the Christmas Artbot Contest. We've got 5 categories again this season, and we want to see your best. There are no movement part restrictions this time, but I will give bonus points for creativity using the new eyes, or any other cosmetics that may or may not be given away through the next week. Certainly very mysterious there. Anyway, continuing on, we'll pick our favorite 5 along with 2 runners-up in each category to award some prizes. The week afterwards, we'll hold a public vote to let you guys pick. From the top 5 that are chosen, an overall best in show will be selected, presumably by FreeJam, and it will be made the featured bot on the CRF. All very cool news there. However, going into the brief rundown of this contest, we go into category number 1, and this is Santa's other ride. What does Santa drive when he's not delivering presents or his sleigh is broken down? As you can tell by the title of this category, that choice is completely up to you. You want Santa driving around in a big beefy mech? Go for it. If you want him in a sports car, you can do that too. Basically, what it seems like the point of this one is take Santa and put him into some random vehicle. Or it doesn't even have to be a vehicle, really. It could be an animal, I guess. Though there kind of is another section for that, but not necessarily with Santa riding it. Anyways, section 2 is Holiday Elves. Santa's little helper, wood elves, or members of the Thalmor. It's up to you, as long as they are wrapped in tinsel or have a Santa hat. So really, it's any style elf you would like to make. Just make it at least somewhat holiday themed. Section 3 is Santa Claus or Mrs. Claus. Possibly both if you're feeling a little adventurous. And the description here is just simply a classic, but bonuses for creativity. And that's all they say. And that obviously leaves this section pretty open to whatever you kind of want, as long as it's not covered in the other sections. Speaking of other sections, section number 4, the alternative holiday celebration. So these are Yule, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, etc, etc. This is a fairly open theme, just leave out the big red man. And section 5, festive animals. The classic polar bear and penguins, or do you prefer a dog with antlers? The holiday season is for every species. So show us how your echidna celebrates. Now, I know what you're saying, that's great and all, but how do I actually submit my creation? Well, what you're going to need to do is include the term DB18 at the start of your robot's title, and in the robot description, you must include the category. For example, just do Cat 1 or Cat 2, etc. However, they say, in addition, this time we're doing something a little different. All submissions must also have a robot showcase uploaded to YouTube. This showcase should be between 15 and 30 seconds long per robot, and it should show a 360-degree view of your robot. Also, don't worry, the robot will not be judged in the quality of the video. All videos should be called DB18 Artbot Christmas 2017, and then the name of your robot. And much like the robot you uploaded, also in the description of your YouTube video, you will need to have the category number in said description. So, how do you go about recording this? Now, of course, if you don't have any recording software of your own, they recommend, as well as I also recommend because I use it to live stream, OBS. And that is the Open Broadcast software. It's good for live streaming, but it's also able to record video as well. And the link to the contest I have in the description of this video will provide you with not only a link to OBS, but they also provide a tutorial video as well. Anyways, with that out of the way, we can go into the prize section, which has some very interesting information held within. As we've kind of said before, 5 winners will be chosen. Each will receive 1 week of premium or 25 Protonium crates if the winner has lifetime premium already. In addition to this, each will receive a mystery cosmetic soon to be revealed. The overall winner's robot will be in the featured section of the CRF. And something else very important here, they say failure to include both the DB18 term and the category number in your submission will result in it being excluded. So make sure you double check before you finally upload. Also in the article, there is a rules section, but I'm just going to quickly go over what we kind of haven't discussed yet. There are some sort of double ups here that we've talked about already, and I don't need to talk about those again. Anyways, they say you can submit as many robots as you like. So if you want 1, that's fine. If you want 10, that's also cool. If you want 100 robots, that's fine as well. I mean, that's going to take a lot of time to build, but good on ya. However, only 1 per person will be eligible to win a prize. So that means the more robots you make, the higher chances you'll have of being seen. Of course though, only 1 of these creations can be selected. So it might be a better idea to go all out in 1 or 2 creations and make them highly detailed instead of just spamming a bunch of sort of less quality ones. And the competition period. So when did this start and when is it going to end? Well, it actually started back on the 11th of December, but it's going to end Sunday, 17th of December. So you don't have too much time. Now, something I did want to point out, going back to the whole prize section, where I'm sure you remember they say you're going to get a mysterious cosmetic that is set to be revealed soon. My best guess is that we're going to get this mystery cosmetic in the advent calendar on the 17th. Or maybe not. But regardless, I do feel that we are going to get at least something interesting in this advent calendar thing. Even if it is a wrapped gift set to be unveiled at a much later date, sort of like how they've done other Christmas events, it will be still pretty cool. Now that will do it for the article, but if you want to make sure you're following the rules to a T, like I said before, link to this will be in the description down below. Once more, quickly jumping back to cosmetics again, somebody started a thread on the forums talking about ways to improve cosmetics and make them feel more lively, I guess. Just make your bot a lot more detailed instead of these really big, beefy things. So instead of having really large, beefy, sometimes hard to work around mask parts as your main cosmetics, the user xBrianNova is suggesting antennas, grates, meshes, bumpers, etc, etc. And those are all things that I've really wanted, especially when it comes to moving animated parts, like maybe gears or something. Though, I doubt we'll actually see those, as it might cause some problems with really low-end PCs, but who knows. Anyways, the response from Left of Never, the community manager, is as follows. There are some great ideas here, so thanks for taking the time to write it up and give your feedback. I'm not going to reveal any spoilers at the moment with regard to cosmetics, and our plans for them, but we have some things coming up, things plural, by the way, coming up that I know you and we hope others will love. I personally love cosmetics, and I'm pretty damn excited about what we have in the pipeline. So yes, I myself am actually pretty excited about this, because as I kind of alluded to before, cosmetics are great and all, but they're really hard to actually work around. So if we did get some much smaller, maybe 1x2 or even 1x1 cosmetics, just to add a lot more detail, that would be a really, really welcome addition. And one other thing I did want to point out here is Left of Never says, I know you and we hope others will love, when referring to the new cosmetics that they're working on. And if you'll remember, some of the things discussed in it are things like single antennas, grates, meshes, etc., rather than trying to use mask parts as an antenna or something else. Though those are just a few of the things they talked about in their forum post. If you would like to read more, I most likely have it linked down below. And finally, I do have a few tweets that I would like to show off. The first of which is from Mark Simon. Nothing too big here, however, he does say, been doing a bit of coding recently in Robocraft game to help Cluely and the team. Always happiest when I'm coding. Now, the one possible takeaway from here is the rather specific name drop of Cluely, who is on the design team. Then again, Mark is also on the design team. So this could mean that they're trying to help out the things that they're specifically designing, perhaps more so around the new balance changes that are coming to the game. We've kind of discussed in the last video I did in Robocraft. Apart from speculation though, we can't really dig any deeper than what we have here on the surface. So moving on to Cluely, who says, a good few hours going through some balance issues tonight. Looking good though. So not a huge amount there either. It just reiterates that they are looking fairly heavily, it seems, into more balance changes for the game. And lastly, this is one that is very, very big. Possibly. Don't get your hopes too high, because we don't know what this tweet means. But from Cluely yet again, he says, classic style wings. And that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. This, so far, is all we have out of this tweet, and nothing to follow it up. Now, is this referring to the highly requested feature of letting planes have the old control system, possibly as a alternative wing? Kind of like a glider wing, which is kind of how I've been terming them whenever this sort of debate comes up. Or is it just simply a cosmetic wing? We don't know, and again, try not to get your hopes up until we actually have something a little more solid here. But yes, with that, that will do it for today's episode. Let me know your thoughts on anything I've discussed throughout this video. As always, love to hear your feedback. And with that, I of course have been the Awesome Soul. I thank you all so very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.